EA Battlefront 2. Like that big boy in your uni, this game does not need any introduction, and is known by everyone, gamers and non-gamers alike. I mean, who can forget the outrage this game caused with its loot boxes when it was released? Even that aside, the campaign was completely forgettable and pointless, and the multiplayer felt bare bones. But after more than 3 years, how is the game in its current state? Follow me and let Soroosh tell you all about it. Because EA Battlefront 2 has been exploding lately, with about 19 million new players joining it 1 or 2 weeks ago. It's actually unbelievable how far this game has come, and there's a good reason for this tsunami of new players. The game is actually great. I bought the game like a year after its release and gave up on it after a couple of hours because it was not a good game back then. You didn't get your money's worth of content. However, after getting back into it about a couple of months ago, I I have to say I am addicted. Why? I'll explain. Let's start with the content. Like I said, I found the multiplayer to be bare bones before, but now there isn't any lack of content at all. You have so many different modes. You have heroes versus villains, starfighter assault, strike, and probably the best two known modes, supremacy and galactic assault. And in each of these modes, you have maps from the three different Star Wars eras. You have the Age of the Republic, the Age of the Rebellion, and then the Age of the Resistance. In Supremacy, you can actually choose from which of these ones you want your map, but with the other modes, it's completely random. And with each era, you have special troops, heroes, villains, and iconic set pieces. For me, a person who is not that much into Star Wars, I'm already satisfied with the stuff that is available to me. I cannot imagine how it is for a person who is actually a fan of Star Wars and knows all the characters and everything. Playing this game must be the wettest dream of your life. And all of these modes can be so fun. So fun. In Supremacy, you have massive battlefields with vehicles, bodies, and bullets flying everywhere. In Galactic Assault, one team is advancing while the other one has to stop them, which can usually end in a push and pull action in these choke points with absolute chaos and explosions everywhere. You can fight as iconic characters in Heroes vs Villains, not only as the characters themselves, but the iconic starfighters and vehicles that they use in the films or the cartoons, and so on and so forth. You even have Starfighter Assault, in which you use a starfighter and play in different areas with different objectives. These are all taking place in space, either around debris or around big massive battleships or smaller ones. This seriously, this mode alone can have its own game. Oh, okay, it does. But never mind. You get the point. What I'm trying to say is that from all of these modes, there is going to be at least one which you can love and sink your teeth into. Just thinking back onto the countless hours that I've put in this game, have there been shitty ones? Yeah, of course. But that's just the case with every game. In this game, there are so many memorable games I've had, so many memorable moments. Whenever I get tired of one mode, I just go to another one, or I just go into a different map. Honestly, it seems to me that there is no way you can get tired of this game. There is literally infinite amount of time that you can put in it because of the whole variety of modes you can play and the amount of variety in each mode. However, don't come here expecting the next coming of Christ, okay? I said it's great, but I'm not saying it's amazing or anything, right? Because the combat is something basic, you know? You can play as normal troopers in first person or third person over the shoulder. You have four different classes. They each have two abilities and a middle ultimate ability. Then you have the special troopers, which are like troopers but special. I know everyone is special in 2020, but I didn't design this game. Okay, get off my back. And then as you use each trooper, you'll unlock more guns and earn more credits, with which you can unlock skins, emotes, and battle cards, which are the upgrades in this game. Same thing goes for the heroes and villains, pretty much, which is all standard. But I guess it's good to remember that all of these used to be unlockable only with loot boxes, so completely chance based. So I think it's good to see that it was in such a shit space and now they're doing it right. I think you can appreciate it more. The game does have some issues. Remember, while it is getting a lot of love recently, there have been dedicated fans who've been playing it since its release. That's more than 3 years. Imagine the amount of experience that they must have, and you'll run into them for sure. In modes like Supremacy and Galactic Assault, this isn't too bad as you have your teammates, you don't always necessarily run into them, and your own shooting skills obviously are important. If you are a veteran in FPS games, you'll do fine. You just need to get used to the different maps, the different tactics, strategies, etc. However, in modes like Heroes vs Villains and Starfighter Assault, where experience is the key factor in your success because you need to play a lot and gain a lot of experience to be good, and then there's no shortcut into it, you are absolutely screwed if you go against one of these characters. And trust me, when you will, the match will be absolutely shit. Because what will happen usually is that you'll go against a couple of people with high levels while you and your team are low levels. The matchmaking can be so shit at times. And one by one, your teammates will continue to quit, and even at some point, you'll be only one left in the game from your team. So you'll probably quit as well, because what will happen is that you'll die again and again without gaining any XP. There is still a chance that some of the new players that come in might be higher levels, but that doesn't usually happen. So this can be quite annoying to new players, and it might drive you away a little bit. But remember, this isn't the norm. This doesn't happen all the time. You will get into good games, trust me. And talking about new players, there is a lot of self-teaching, I'll say. The game doesn't do a lot to teach you. Obviously, it teaches you the basics, but trust me, daily, there is a lot of stuff under the surface. There is so much stuff that you will learn as you play along, and even after countless hours of playing, you'll still learn new stuff, especially when it comes to lightsaber battles using heroes and villains. Um, it would be useful if you watch a video when you're starting this game just to see any tips that help you out beginning, and those sort of videos that have tips for beginners, those are great to use. There is the campaign as well, but I've never played it, and I don't think you'll lose anything if you don't play it either. I know the story, I've seen the gameplay, and I can tell you it's absolutely nothing special. The multiplayer by itself is more than enough. So, in conclusion, it's not an amazing game, but I highly recommend playing it for FPS players, because it is something that you should experience, in my opinion, even if you don't like it that much. For example, if you're a sort of COD fan or more into BR games, I understand this might not be your thing, but you should, come on, you should experience it. Like, in some of the matches, there will be moments, honestly, that you'll remember so good with awe. You look back at them with awe. You have, like I said, you have these massive battlefields. Just imagine, you have vehicles passing you by, you have grenades going over you. Then you have starfighters up above you at the same time in the same game. They can shoot at you, you can shoot at them. You have heroes showing up left and right. It's honestly, there can be so many good moments. I myself, my best game that I remember was the Supremacy game. We lost the first one, so they came onto our battleship, we defended it, we went down again. This was on Tatooine. We lost again, they came onto our ship a second time. We defended it, they came back and down again. And then a third time as well, we lost, and then they again came onto our ship, but we defeated them, and then we went back down again, and then this time we won enough points. We went onto the battleship and we destroyed everything in one round. Boom! That was like that game. I'm telling you, that took like 1 hour pretty much. Another thing I should say, some of the games can take a very long time in Supremacy, especially. But so if you're a fan of long games, again, jump onto Supremacy is the perfect game mode for you. So yeah, that's my opinion about Battlefront 2. I think you should definitely give it a go. Thank you guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.